Hey everybody, Sam Taylor here, Cancer Cure Bus, Episode 9, The Hardest Conversation. So you're up to speed. You know that my wife Stephanie and I, we know what the prognosis is, what I have. And so the big question is, when do we tell our kids? And so we were debating that. Steph and I were talking, and we got the news on that Friday, October 21st from Dr. Eisenberg. The next day, October 22nd, Saturday, was the state marching band competition. And our middle daughter, she's a senior, it's her senior year, and they were, they're always really good in the state marching band competition. And so we don't want to tell our daughter about this until after the competition. And we talked again with this friend of ours. He gave great advice. He said, his feeling was, he said, I feel very strongly that the more prayers you have going heavenward on your behalf, the better, and especially the prayers of the little ones. And so he kind of counseled us that, it's not a bad idea to tell your kids sooner rather than later, but he understood why we wanted to wait. So we said, well, we don't want to tell her, Saturday, but then let's wait until the next day, till Sunday. So Saturday, the state marching band competition, we go, the band does great. They actually got second place in the state of Nebraska, which is their best finish ever. And I remember that night, we went home, and my wife was, still very concerned because she wasn't there. That first blessing I had, she wasn't there that night. She was away at a church activity with the youth, and so she wasn't there, and she was feeling the need for a blessing. And I was ready for another blessing too. And so that night, after the marching band competition, we both received blessings. She received a blessing of peace and comfort, which helped her. And I received another blessing. And in that blessing, once again, I was promised that through my faith, I would see miracles in unexpected places. I'd already seen some of those. And some other things that really helped me and helped Stephanie through the next couple of days. So that was a comfort that Saturday night, receiving that blessing. So the next day, Sunday, we went to church, and we talked about that we would talk to our kids and tell them the news after church on that Sunday. So we came home. We started with our two younger girls that are at home. Our oldest daughter's off at college. Sat down. I remember they were sitting on the couch across from me, and I was sitting next to Stephanie on the couch looking across at them. And I think they knew something was up with Dad because they knew I was having these vision issues. I was having short-term memory loss. I was forgetting things. They were calling me Dory because I couldn't remember. I was forgetting things. They said, "You're like Dory." As soon as I said, the MRI and that there was a tumor, our youngest daughter, I remember, I'll never forget, and this was just, heartbreaking. And she's sitting on the couch across from me, and I remember she just looked at me, and she curled up in a ball. So she just kind of curled up in a ball, and she just looked at me, and she couldn't speak, but she just kept saying, she kept mouthing the words, no, 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 over and over again, and just curled up in a ball, like in a fetal position. And I'll never forget that. Just the heartbreak, and how tough for this 13-year-old, she's 13 years old, to have to hear those words from her dad. Immediately after that, I offered to give my daughter's blessings because I could tell that they needed that, and I did. Blessings of peace and comfort to say that everything's going to be okay. Dad, and I shared with them the blessings I'd received. So again, Cancer warriors, keep your faith. Stay strong. You will find peace. May God bless you. May God bless your wonderful families. Thank you.